Good morning. This is a Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
And I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Hope you folks are ready for a fun Friday. Lots of fun things going on in and around Halloween, football and volleyball. And our sports team will be right in the middle of it. You can count on that. Cross country as well.
Yes, big day for that today.
So we were just talking off the air how we are going to get all of this done, and we always swim our way through it, folks. So just keep your radio set on actually both our stations today, right?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of sports coverage for you today. The Southwest Conference Volleyball Tournament takes place today in Broken Bow. Excited about that. Man, oh man, the Southwest Conference, when it comes to volleyball, it's really good. It really is. Some great teams going to be here today. Games will be played at the high school gymnasium and also at the activities building. And we're going to cover Broken Bow for you today all the way through the tournament. All of the Broken Bow volleyball matches from the Southwest Conference Tournament today will be broadcast on KCNI Radio. Their opening match is scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning. So we'll take the air probably around 15 till 11 or so. Okay. We'll kind of break into Party Line, maybe cut Party Line a little bit short, and then get you ready for Broken Bow's opening match at the Southwest Conference Tournament. That'll be at 11, and we'll have all of their matches through the day on KCNI Radio. On KBBN Radio today, we're going to have live coverage and live updates and reports from the State Cross Country Championships that are taking place today in Kearney at the Kearney Country Club. Looks like Mother Nature's going to be nice to us, I think, today for that event. And so we're going to send Jeremy Shipe there. Jeremy does a great job covering that for us. I think has kind of developed a system over the last couple of years, and so we'll look forward to his reports as he'll be watching and covering all of our area athletes who are competing at state cross country. For us, the main focus will be classes C and D, and they will not run until later in the day. So reports probably coming your way mid to latter part of the afternoon. The first race that would involve our area kids would be at about 2:30, I believe, this afternoon. So be listening for those throughout the day on KBBN FM. And then tonight, we'll have Broken Bow football. Now, Broken Bow football tonight will be on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com as they wrap up the season on the road by taking on the Gothenburg Swedes. Always fun when those two get together. They've had a lot of battles over the years, and they'll have another one tonight. So kickoff is set for 7, and we'll broadcast that on KBBN 95.3 FM. It's all hands on deck.
All hands on deck. Plus, a little trick and treating going on around the square today.
Yeah.
And the Broken Bow Chamber put all that together. It's been very successful, trunk and treat. And the girls have been planning and working and getting candy and putting on special outfits and costumes. And the theme will be, for our team, 1949. It's our anniversary for KCNI, and the gals are going to dress up in that era, and we're going to have an automobile in that era down at the park. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm sure, I looked at the map, lots of great businesses and groups are in and around the park celebrating Halloween with the kids. It's a great time, and I know that there's still trick-or-treating that goes on Halloween night and so forth. But this is a good time to get the kids out when it's a little warmer, and let's face it, they make a haul. There's a lot of candy given away on this event, and that starts at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, and if you go down there, be watching. They're handing out bacon.
For as long as it lasts.
Yeah, Thomas Livestock, and they're going to be down there handing out packages of bacon again, and that's been a real popular thing the last couple of years.
That's like candy to most people.
Amen. Bacon makes it better.
So you want to get there early if you want some bacon, I think. And then moving over to tomorrow, we're crossing our fingers that the Huskers can regroup and play a good game tomorrow. You'll find out, and you can listen to it on KBBN 95.3 FM. Pregame starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, kickoff at 11. And this way, if you are too nervous to watch the TV, or you've got projects going on that you want to get done. This time of year, we like to kind of squeeze things in before it gets too cold. So if you got some projects, just crank up KBBN. We're your Husker and high school sports connection. We'll have that for you tomorrow. School. Oh, I had an idea.
Oh,
I want to throw
an
this
idea.
at you. I was gonna do the
I get
school
nervous
lunch menu.
about your ideas because it always involves me.
Well, it does, but
Uh.
in a way, this is kind of romantic.
Oh, a romantic idea.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it does not involve me if it's a romantic idea.
Well, it might spur some romance.
Oh, okay.
It's at your house. If
Of
we
course. Every idea takes place at Brent's house all of a sudden. Great.
Well, if we have the small animal display for the kids, then they're just going to light up when they see that. This is going to be wonderful for the preschool kids. They live right across the alley from you. But anyway, if we get that put together, and it looks like we've got sponsorship and all sorts of momentum. Now, this might sound a little silly, but I guess most folks out there know that, especially wild geese. Now, Catherine could tell us if all geese do this, but wild geese mate for life.
Oh, okay.
When they become mates, it's for life unless something happens to one of them, and then they will start dating again later on after they're over the mourning period.
I see. Okay. Didn't know that.
So, what do you say we get a couple of young geese, a male and a female, and have the kids over and have a wedding ceremony at your house in your backyard?
Well, I'm still trying to recuperate from 2 weddings from this past summer. I don't know if I'm ready to host another one.
Well, you won't have to have a reception or anything.
Oh,
I'm
not going to have a dance or anything like that?
no. Well, they might dance,
Oh,
but that'd be up to them. And we wouldn't have like their cousins and friends there. Just be the 2 of them, and have a little, just little. Mrs. Goose, Mr. Goose, do you take this goose for the rest of your life in sickness or health? I mean, that's what. Just have a little fun with it for the kids,
yeah.
and then it'd be very romantic because if they do hook up, I mean, they'll do it for life,
yeah.
however long that is. Anyway, it was just an idea.
Yeah. Well, to quote my dad, what does he do? Lay awake all night dreaming this stuff up?
It just kind of popped into my head this morning. Jim. Arnold Public Schools today, they're not having school today.
They're still celebrating.
I bet they are. Wow, we can talk about that a little bit. What a night, huh?
Yeah, great night for area teams in high school football. Yeah, we will talk about that later. Let's see, Cozad today. Looks like Parmesan chicken sandwich, pepperoni pizza, and a sub bar at Cozad today.
The Aflac bird is a duck, isn't it? It's not a goose.
I believe you're right.
I was going to say we could have the Aflac bird be the...
Well, it could officiate.
Well, I know, but it's not really a goose.
Oh.
But they're in the same family. If they don't have, opposite political views and get along. Sergeant today, lasagna or macaroni and cheese, green beans, fruit cup, garlic bun, and milk at Sergeant today.
Sandhill School in Dunning, no school today at Sandhills.
Some of those Friday off deals. The Prairie Pioneer Center today, they're having tomato basil soup, ham and cheese sandwiches, and fruit. Let them know you're coming at 872-6121. And if you'd like, call them and ask about delivery to your home of the meals.
Friday, October 25th, the school lunch menu for Thetford shows baked ravioli today.
Litchfield, chicken nuggets, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Ansley today, looks like a Swiss turkey sandwich for lunch today at Ansley.
Anselmo Myrna School's not showing a menu today, so they may have school off.
All right. That's all I have. Broken Bow and Gothenburg looks like nothing showing on the menu today for either.
And Loop City also taking a day off for fall break. Callaway schools, no school today. And let me make sure I got them all here. They're kind of sticking together on me here. Arcadia schools. Oh, they're having chicken tenders today at Arcadia. And that's it. John, come on in. John Smith is here. And you have some other folks with you possibly. We'll take a break and get set up. We're going to play the game real quick, too. Stay tuned.
Waking up Central Nebraska.
They are so funny.
KCNI, KBBN.
October is one of our favorite months at Team Physical Therapy because it's National Physical Therapy Month. October is focused on promoting the benefits of physical therapy, the importance of movement in our everyday lives, and overall wellness. Team Physical Therapy offers many therapies to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, and Gothenburg, or call 872-5111. Here's to the month of celebrating physical therapy from Team Physical Therapy.
What better place to have a Halloween party than an oasis in the middle of Nebraska? Yes, that's Henry's Bar in Callaway. Saturday the 26th, crawl into your creative costumes and slide over to Henry's. Cash prizes will be awarded to the best costumes around 11. And you can belt out your favorite songs from 9 until the casket closes with karaoke. Join the creepy crawly Halloween fun with spooky drinks at Henry's Bar in Callaway, Saturday the 26th. Follow them on Facebook at Henry's Callaway, Nebraska.
7:42. We're going to play the game, but we have guests in the studio. And look at this, Brent Happerson. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, treats this morning.
Oh, from the cookie farm.
Somebody loves us.
Probably loves you.
I think she thinks a lot of all you guys.
Or feels bad for me if she's been listening to the show recently.
Thank you, John.
Hey, you're most welcome.
Yeah.
Thank my bride.
Yes.
It's all Karen's doings, not mine.
Oh,
Man,
she's a Cookie Farm, right?
Yep, the cookie farm.
Oh, yeah.
could be called cookie magic, too.
Amen to that.
So we'll get into those cookies in just a little bit, and we're also going to get into what's going on at Nebraska State Bank, and John has a new employee he's going to introduce to us. If you're looking on Facebook Live right now, you can see who it is, but we'll save it for the radio audience. We're going to play the game real quick, and you guys, if you want to participate, you're welcome to.
Now, I know your bride makes delicious cookies. Does she do apple pies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Very, very good. She won the pie contest a couple years, the first year they had it, with an apple pie.
Well, it's apple pie month.
Ooh.
So we've been asking kind of questions about apples and apple pie. So here's your question for today. Where did the apple, a key ingredient of apple pie, by the way, originally come from?
What?
Seriously, that's the question. Where did the apple originally come from? I wouldn't know this. Your choices are Africa, Asia, South America, or Europe. Where did the apple originally come from? Africa, Asia, South America, or Europe? Those are your choices. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Need fence Central Nebraska? Rapid Fence has your back. They pride themselves on quality, specializing in high tensile and barbed wire applications. They can also remove fence, clean up fence lines, and help with feedlot and corral fencing. If your fence suffered due to an unfortunate wildfire, go with Rapid Fence. Call 308-223-1320. That's 223-1320 for Rapid Fence. Or find them on Facebook by searching Rapid Fence.
Gear up now for the Agland ATV Surplus Auction closing November 1st by Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Bid now on 62 Polaris Rangers and ATVs. We have a great variety of units ranging from 2023 to 2016. There's North Star Editions, crew cabs, trail bosses, snowplow units, and more. Find the right unit for you on this November 1st no reserve auction for Agland ATV. Come check them out in person at our auction yard near Kearney. There's no reserves and no buyer fees. Bid now at marshallbid.com.
We have Catherine on the line. Good morning, Catherine. How are you?
Good morning. I'm pretty good.
Good. Well, we'll have the question asked first, and when we have a question for you, too. So here's Brent.
Okay, Catherine, where did the apple originally come from? Your choices are Africa, Asia, South America, or Europe.
Asia, I think.
You're right. It is Asia. That's where the apple originally came from.
I would have thought Europe, but duh.
No.
No. Catherine.
Yes.
You've won a prize, but we need your help.
Okay.
Now, I know you're a poultry person. You know all about chickens and, I don't know, all kinds of birds. But we're talking geese here this morning. We was thinking about having a goose ceremony in Brent's backyard for the small animal show. Now, geese mate for life. Is that not true?
Yeah, that's true.
It is true. So how did they date? How did they pick each other out?
That I'm not quite sure, but I know it's you need to pair them up before the first of the year.
Before the first of the year, pair them up. They get to know one another and decide whether they want to live the rest of their lives together. That's very romantic, isn't it, Catherine?
I think so.
I do, too.
I think if you've got a group of them, I think maybe the hen and the gander, they'll kind of pair off to who they like and go with them. And whoever's the boss, the ganders will fight, and whoever's the boss.
Oh, they fight. Wow.
Uh-huh.
You want to have the even number then, don't you? You don't want to have, like, odd man out.
Well, a gander can take care of a couple, 3 hens.
Oh, geez. I thought that was just the 2, Catherine.
Well, wild geese it is.
Oh, wild geese. That's what I was thinking. But domestic
but the tame
geese.
ones, they'll mate more like chickens.
Okay, gotcha.
And ducks, a drake can handle about 6 hens.
Wow. They're real men, those drakes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Thanks, Catherine.
Okay, thank you. What did I win?
You won a certificate for a personal pan pizza, 1 topping at Pizza Hut. So come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Catherine. Well, we're learning a lot today.
Wow, aren't we? Man, you just never know what you might hear and learn on the breakfast show.
So apples come from Asia.
Yes.
Wild
apparently.
geese mate for life, just the 2. But domestic geese, that they can have multiple.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Okay. It's kind of like interest rates. You know, it accumulates.
We don't.
That's quite a segue.
I've never compared that to interest rates, Dave. I've heard a lot of comparisons, but never that. So.
Oh gosh, John Smith is here from Nebraska State Bank here in Broken Bow, and also let's see,
Shelby.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
and let's see, we're at Callaway, Myrna, here in town.
2 places here in town. Yep.
And you have a new face at the bank.
I do. We do. I'm going to introduce Miss Shelby Sponel. Shelby hails from up here at Anselmo, Nebraska. She's a native of that area up there, and we just feel very, very fortunate. She has been in South Dakota working at a bank for 4 or 5
3 years.
3 years.
Yep.
And we had an opportunity she was wanting to get back in the area here and come back this way, and we felt very, very fortunate to be able to get her with her. She's bringing with her a wealth of expertise, especially in the area where Smith is a little defunct, and that is in the computer area and the IT thing. And so she's coming down with a wealth of information, and it's been really fun to have her there, just getting a new perspective on lots of stuff. So,
well, that's exciting. And
yeah.
Anytime we get our young folks to come to this area, that's a good thing. And then you bring all these tools with you.
Yes.
I try to. John and I have been working together a lot lately, and it's been fun. So.
It has been. Like I say, you got the old here with me. I've been there quite a few years, and then we get to have this new young people, fresh people coming in, and it really is just the stage, the seasons, as you guys go through it too, of changes here, and we're very fortunate to have talented people in the area. They're from our area, and then, like you say, Dave, to come back to the area, we always welcome young people back to the area, and that's great.
You bet.
That's great, and that's one of the big things that the bank really tries to promote that too, whether it's in employees we try to go the extra mile to help any young people getting started in a business or other opportunities out there. That's one of the things we like to focus on and feel it is vitally important, and our bank has taken a large role in doing that over the years. So, yeah, we look forward to it.
Shelby, Sponel is a very familiar name.
Oh, yes.
Family name up in the Anselmo area.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little background, would you?
Yeah, so my parents are Rex and Lynette. I went to school there in Myrna. I graduated in 21, and then I went to Brookings, South Dakota for college. I was on the college rodeo team up there for all 4 years. Made it out to nationals, and then right away after college, I started working for First Bank and Trust up there as a credit analyst. And after 3 years, I just decided it was time to come home. So
That's
here
fantastic.
I am.
Oh, we're glad you're here. Did your folks mention, I may have, I think I took your dad's graduation pictures.
Might have.
I'm
not
so.
sure.
I may have. And I don't know if we took their wedding pictures or not, but we knew that they were like geese. And going to be, mated for life.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, well, that's exciting that you're here, Shelby. Don't you think it's great news, Brand?
It is great news, yeah. So what is kind of your primary responsibility at the bank? In the loan department or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm now a junior loan officer. So I'm just taking on new clients as they come in, and when John or Jacob decide that it's time for me to take over. So, yeah, I just follow their lead.
Yeah. So kind of in all areas of lending, or are you kind of focusing on ag or home lending or just kind of everything?
A little bit of everything,
Okay.
but primarily ag. So, yep.
Yeah, we'll primarily use it in the ag and the commercial side.
Mm-hmm.
The home loan area, that's kind of a specialized thing.
It
There's
is.
so many
Yeah.
disclosures and regulations that we have to go through, especially on the home loan side, that we kind of have Barb and Carol that kind of specialize in that area, and they're the experts that answer the questions in that area. The rest of us, like I say, try to cover the other areas in the bank. And so, yeah, and she's getting in on everything. I'll tell you what, we've had her doing some commercial loans. We've had her doing out on some ag deals, some smaller ag deals, some bigger ag deals. So it's been a great, and that's the thing we got here, such a variety. We have large specialized loans in the ag department that are just large cash grain farmers or large cow-calf operations. And then there's so many diverse, they have a little of both or all, and it's just been fun. That's one of the things that's always appealed to me about central Nebraska here in Broken Bow. We have such diversity. We have irrigated farm, dryland farm, sandhill farm. There's just so many different areas that we can get into, and the people. Yeah. You guys know that better than anybody because you've worked with so many. But we have great people in central Nebraska. There's just no question about it. So.
And I'm sure, Shelby, it's helped you coming from this area.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're dealing with the people, I'm guessing some of them you probably know.
Yep.
So you're familiar with the people, but you're familiar with the area and the way things kind of operate. That's got to be a benefit, I would think.
Oh, it's everything, to be honest. Just knowing the people, knowing their operations, having that background, you can kind of have a better insight into what they're doing on a day-to-day basis and have a better understanding of how to help them and what areas they should probably be looking into. So,
Shelby, you've known John probably before you came back here.
Yep.
But John's always been one of those guys, I think, that always looks at the glass half full.
Yep.
He also, after as many years as he's been in the banking business, still seems very excited about it.
Oh, yes.
Does that help you?
It does. It really does. There's been some stressful days where it feels like you just don't know what you're doing anymore, but John's always been a helping hand and always brings me back to center, I feel. So.
Yeah. Gosh. Can we talk about the rodeo side of things real quick?
Yep.
Because you mentioned where you went. You must have been pretty successful at it.
Yeah, for the most part. So in college, I did breakaway, team roping, and goat tying, and then I made it out to nationals in the goat tying. 2 years. So.
2 years.
Yep.
All right. Being just an observer of rodeo, it's one of those kind of like baseball. You don't succeed every time. You don't go up to the bat and hit a home run every time.
Yep.
You don't get the time you want every time. And I know John also does announcing of rodeo and follows it. So you know that you have to work hard to maybe get something you're shooting for 1 out of 3 times, let's say.
Exactly.
if that. Does that also help when you're having a challenging day?
Oh, yes. Yeah, having that mental ability to just get past it is everything. You can't dwell on the bad because it's not going to get you anywhere. It's always just moving on and figuring out what the next step is.
Yeah. John, I know you're excited about this young lady.
Oh yeah, we are. It's a blessing to have her back. And I as being there the longest, it's very fortunate for me to get to work with, especially in the loan department, a lot of young people. Have Jacob Parsons there, Ira Sponel there, Travis Hansen there, and I feel like some of these younger people that we're bringing on in there, these guys they're doing awesome. I wish I would have had their knowledge, technique, experiences that they've come in with a higher level, I think, of expertise than I think. I think I went through trial and error, and people that worked with me probably felt that too. But no, these people we got coming are super capable, and it's just really fun to work with them.
Well, there's a trade there, though, John. I think you go to school and they teach you the basics of what you need to know, and then you go to work and then you learn how it all actually fits together, right? Then you work with people that have experience, because there's that wait a minute, it's a lot different maybe than I thought it was. Did you run into that?
Oh yeah. Well, I actually went to school and my major was animal science, and then I had minors in ag business, ag marketing and sales, and equine studies. So the minors are actually what helped me understand the banking side of it. That's where I got into banking. So, yeah.
That's a great transition. Did you guys know each other from sports?
I would have called Shelby's name out a time or two.
Yep.
Yes, covering Anselmo Myrna. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, Shelby, Brent's been here long enough that sometimes I'm amazed that he goes back for like 50 years.
Yeah.
Well, 30. Yeah.
It is fun to work with different generations, and now you're working with the kids.
I am. Yes, I am on my second
I'm
generation
sure you are.
of kids. Yeah. I really am. Yeah.
Yeah, you've called the parents' names years and years, and I get to do the same thing at the bank. I've worked with actually 3-4 generations in places. There's the grandparents and then the parents, and now there's a new generation coming out, and it is fun. It's exciting to see that growth.
The only problem with that, John, is I find do you have a problem with this? The kid will be out there and you'll call them their parents' name. Do you struggle with
guilty,
that too?
Yes. Yeah, guilty. That's charged.
That happens. I always thought Coach Cybrant struggled with that because he coached kids for so long. It was the dad's name he would use all the time, and that's understandable.
Oh, and it is. Yeah. It truly is. I understand that too. So,
hey guys, you brought some paperwork.
Well, the couple things that actually down at the bank, we kind of get voluntold that we're coming out here, and Betsy and Tammy Shaw is the two that kind of line stuff up for out here. And so Betsy says, I want you to talk about this, and this morning. And we haven't touched any of it yet so far. So,
we started out with geese. That's my fault.
Exactly. But one of the things she wanted me to touch on, in the ag department here, we're starting what we call our input loan program, and it's a special loan setup that we do at the bank here for people that want to prepay seed, fertilizer, or chemical. And a lot of guys in the farm and ranching world will start prepaying some of this because they get discounts for early booking of the seed, fertilizer, chemical. And we set up a separate loan for those. Interest rate on that right now is going to be 6.95 for this next year. And so we encourage any farmer or ranchers in the area that need to do that or use that as a tool in their operations. We welcome that. And so we'll sit down with them and try to work on some of those things. The other things that we wanted to say, we just wanted to say, good luck and congratulations to all the area football and volleyball teams, because it's winding down to the end of the season for a lot of those athletes and the schools. And, the time and effort that kids and families put in going and doing this thing, it's not taken lightly. And I've worked through it and done through it, and Shelby's lived through it. But now being a parent, you do that. it's a lot of running and going, and my hat's off to all those families that go through all that, but to all the kids and the teams that are out here. We say congratulations. May not have had the one loss record that you thought you had or were hoping to have, but there are some successes all the way along, and there's always some growth. And so we're excited about some of that. So we just wanted to acknowledge all the teams. I also wanted to particularly say, and I know Shelby did too, the farmers and ranchers, the harvest is going on, and it's hot and heavy, and you can't help but see the dust out here every time you do anything.
Right.
And to keep safe from fires and everything like that. But the harvest is coming out good. I've heard mixed reviews on the yields. I've had some people that have had very good yields. I've had some guys that maybe were hailed or something else, or the drought affected it adversely. But there is starting to wind down, too. We're getting a lot of people getting closer to done. And just stay safe. That's what we want to say and encourage, because we need every one of them out here. We just definitely do. And so that's the other thing we wanted to talk about a little bit this morning. There's some other stuff. I'm going to let Shelby talk here a little bit. I might want to bring up that one down there.
Yep. So Black Friday, we'll be having our little NSB elves go back out with the black or blue hats. They'll be handing out gift certificates to local Custer County businesses, so be on the watch for them. And then the Festival of Lights Parade, we'll be busy with making our float, but we can't wait to see everyone out there this year. And this theme is All I Want for Christmas.
So
perfect. All right.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's been very good. But
loved having you guys in, Shelby, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Your family is great. You come from a great family. You already know that.
Oh, sure do.
And now you're joining the Nebraska State family. So
yep.
I know they're excited about that.
It is very
I'm
good.
excited as well.
All right. Thank you, guys.
One quick question before you go, Shelby.
Yeah.
Have they given you the combination to the safe?
Not yet. Okay. I'm working on it.
I didn't know how long you had to be there.
I've heard. Now this was on Skitter and a log and Facebook. But I heard that that where the big safe is with all the coins underneath.
Yeah.
There's that combination. You can actually see it in there if you look at the coins just
Seriously?
right.
Oh, wow.
You come down and study that. That would be a great thing for you to do, Dave, sometime. And if you get it figured out from there, I really want to know what it is. I have to tell you a little bit of story about that deal out there. I had a young mother and her son in our office one day, and he was just really fidgeting, and so she sent him out there to count those coins.
Great idea.
He's down on hands and knees out there and looking over it, and then he just got up and he was just frustrated. He come back and said,
kept him occupied, though.
For a few minutes it did.
Yeah, sure did.
That's a pretty cool display.
It is. It is a neat deal.
If you haven't seen it, folks, drop in.
Yeah.
I know they won't care. At the
we
back
would love
there.
to see it.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You bet. News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief, 11 days and counting, and former President Donald Trump faulted Biden immigration policy at a rally in Tempe, Arizona.
We're a dumping ground. We're like a garbage can for the world.
Kamala Harris outlined what she sees as differences with Donald Trump during a rally near Atlanta.
One is focused on the past and himself. The other, ours, focused on the future and you.
Both candidates will be in Texas today. Beyonce will join Harris for an appearance in Houston. Mr. Trump will tape a Joe Rogan podcast in Austin. No release date's been announced yet. New fallout from raw onions linked to E. coli contamination from eating McDonald's Quarter Pounders. CBS's Nancy Chen.
Quarter Pounders have been pulled from 20% of McDonald's nationwide, and more than a dozen people are suing the company after reporting getting sick.
At least one person died. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the fresh start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KOLN, the Nebraska State Patrol said the 11-year-old Crofton boy who was missing since Monday was found safe on Thursday morning. NSP canceled the endangered missing advisory that was issued for Holden Duncan and thanked everyone who helped spread the word. Duncan went missing on Monday when he didn't return home from school. A farmer, located 5 miles north of Crofton, contacted the Knox County Sheriff's Office around 11:10 a.m. The farmer informed the deputies that he had found the boy hiding in a shelter belt and made him a sandwich. Law enforcement arrived and took Duncan into protective custody. The next step in the investigation is to reunite the boy with his family, the sheriff's office said. Knox County Sheriff Don Henry said the main thing is Holden was found safe and is going home. Several county and state agencies searched for Duncan, utilizing drones and helicopters into the late evening and early morning hours since he was reported missing late Monday night. The FBI was also contacted. The sheriff's office will release agencies that participated in the search at a later date. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Welcome to Dallas, Klay Thompson.
Doncic left off of Lively, keeps the dribble at the left elbow, back out, Klay puts it on the floor for a 10 a.m. three. You cannot give him 15 feet of space. That's embarrassing. 15, he had 20.
You heard it all on the Eagle Mavericks Radio Network. They beat the Spurs 120-109. Klay Thompson ended with 22 points, including 6 threes, while Luka Doncic had 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. The Celtics outscored the Wizards 122-102. Jason Tatum with a double-double, 25 points and 11 rebounds. The Thunder defeated the Nuggets 102-87. Chet Holmgren, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks in the win. And the Timberwolves edged the Kings 117-115. Anthony Edwards, 32 points and 7 rebounds for the Timberwolves. And in the NFL, the Rams handed the Vikings their second loss of the season, coming out on top 30-20.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Highs level off around 61. Today, under clear skies, winds out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear. Tonight, lows around 29. Partly cloudy. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 63. Highs level off around 72. Sunday, under mainly clear skies. 76 Monday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Currently 26 degrees, so it's cool out there this morning under a clear sky. Winds are light out of the west. Barometric pressure rising at 30-30. Humidity at 82%. High yesterday, 70 with an overnight low of 27 as of 7 o'clock, but we've dropped down to 26 here in the 8 o'clock hour. Sunset today, 6:43. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 8:03. And just 0.10 precipitation all this month of October. And as John Smith mentioned, you don't have to look too hard to see where people are combining. It's a dusty situation out there for the folks working cattle and finishing up this harvest. So as John said, please be careful, and of course be careful about any fires that we can prevent. 9 minutes past the hour, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Stand them. Surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Are you concerned dry weather could impact your pasture, rangeland, or forage next year? PRF Insurance from Farm Credit Services of America offers protection against the risk of loss due to lack of precipitation in your grid. You choose the time period, coverage level, and number of acres to insure, and we do the rest. Apply by December 1st to easily lock in your PRF insurance.
Visit the Broken Bow location on West Highway 2 or call 872-2461.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Farmers National Company invites you to an open house Saturday, October 26th from 1 to 3 p.m. This property will sell at a land auction November 15th, located at 41972 Highway 40, Callaway, Nebraska, or 4.5 miles west of Callaway on Highway 40. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an unattached, oversized 2-car garage. Don't miss this open house Saturday from 1 to 3. Contact Jim Eberly at Farmers National at 308-870-1785. For more information and to register to bid, go to farmersnational.com.
8:14 is your time. Let's see here. We have a few things going on in the chat box here this morning. Good morning from Steve. Steve Hornickel, you do as well. He's asking that we have a great weekend, so we hope you do too. Juan, good morning. Hope you have a very happy coming weekend. Thank you, Juan. Spencer, good morning, gentlemen. I like the gentleman part. Chris Smith was kind of being a funny guy.
No, not Chris Smith.
Yes.
Seriously?
It was during the question about where apples originally came from.
Yes, the answer was Asia.
Chris Smith says, I want to answer a tree.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah. Technically, he's probably correct.
Yeah, no matter where, it would be from a tree. Right?
But, Chris, you don't win a prize. Sorry.
No prizes for Chris. Maybe we should give him a coffee cup.
Yeah, we still have a few of those laying around.
Yeah. Casey Johnson is here from Mid-Plains Community College. Casey, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You look dapper today. You look like you're going to be doing something on the go.
I am. We're heading to Lincoln today. After we're done here, we're heading to Lincoln. So
you're going to the Star City?
We are heading to the capital.
Okay.
Not the building, just the city.
Okay. I was going to ask you, are you running for an office or something like that?
No way. No.
Okay.
So.
All right. Very good. What's going on at the school?
End of October, guys. I mean, I know this happens. Time, it just passes. We don't think it's gonna, but it does.
Quickly. Yeah.
Yes, but here we are. Tonight, though, tonight is our barn quilt class. Don't forget about that. We do have a couple of spots left. If you call us before noon today, we can get you in. So it's going to be a fun night. We're actually moving the location in the college. We're doing it a little different tonight, so it's going to be a fun one. So barn quilts always are. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, maybe you've watched a lot of volleyball today or something like that, and you'd like to come and express your creativity, tonight's the night to do it. So you can give us a call before noon if you'd like to get in. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for the next one. So.
And last time you were here, you talked about this, and you kind of recommend if they haven't had experience, start out with the small project, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Just a little bit more manageable. So don't forget, if you are coming to Barn Quilts tonight, you need to get your yellow frog tape. You can go down to the hardware store and get that here. They have that down at Ace at least, and maybe other places too. But you need the yellow stuff. It's good stuff. So
okay, yellow.
Don't forget
frog
that.
tape.
Yes.
Okay.
Last call for our class called Understanding Your Credit. If you remember, we had to move that to Sunday, November 3rd. So we're going to need to turn in those numbers here soon. So this will be your last call because I think I'm not here next Friday. So don't forget, if you are looking to learn a little bit about your credit and understand what those numbers mean, this is the class for you. And again, don't worry. You're not going to be displaying your personal information. You're not going to be putting your own credit score up on the wall for all to see, anything like that. This is really just about understanding what those numbers mean. So if you're interested in that credit class, again, that was moved to Sunday, November 3rd. And if you give us a call, we can get you into that. And then I don't know if we've ever really talked a lot about this, but did you know that we have, we call it a crafters retreat every month? Have we talked about that? I don't think so.
Is that where if you've maybe started a project and you're wanting to finish it, but you need room to kind of finish it and lay things out? Is that it?
That is exactly it.
Nice. I thought so.
Yes. And you can bring, I'm telling you, people bring anything and everything you can think of. I mean, whether it's scrapbooking, and there's a lot of stuff that's involved in scrapbooking. I mean, we're talking toolboxes and a lot of stuff. So people bring their scrapbook materials and spread everything out. And picture all of that stuff in your house, on your dining room table or your living room coffee table or something like that. It can be kind of hard to have all of that in your house. So we have ladies that bring their sewing machines and quilt for the weekend, and it's just a lot of fun. We only charge $10, and really that's just to pay for the lights to stay on for the weekend. We've tweaked it a little bit, kind of depending on everybody's schedule. But this next month, it's going to be on November 14th, or start that weekend, that Thursday. And then we usually go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. So all of that for just $10. You can come, spread your stuff out, bring some snacks, bring some friends, and craft the weekend away. So I think that might be a deer hunting weekend, if I remember right.
Sounds like it sure could be.
It sounds like it's the right part of the month. So, if the guys are out hunting, what else do you got to do? But we actually started these, well, sort of on a personal note, when my children were getting ready for graduation, and I needed time to get all of their stuff ready.
Space, right? Yeah.
And so we started doing that, and it has really taken off. So we have a nice little group that always comes in and visits us every month. But if you're looking for a space, give us a call. We'll kind of give you the lay of the land and the things that you can do. But again, that's coming up on November 14th. And we try to do that about once a month, just kind of depending on the time of year. But that'll be our next one, crafting weekend. So if you're interested, come on out and spread your crafts far and wide. So
that really helps, though, like you say, to stay organized if you're all squeezed in and you knock something off the table and all that sort of thing. So
absolutely. So
right. Okay.
Should be a fun time. Again, if you are a full-time student or you are a dual credit student and you're looking to get registered for spring semester, now's the time to do that. Online classes will start to fill up soon, so make sure you get in and make your appointments. I'll be out at area high schools soon, and we'll get going on that. But if you'd like to come in and have an appointment there at the college, you can always do that. Our phone number is 872-5259.
All right, Casey. Travel to the Star City safely. Do you have your CB turned on?
No. I'm probably going to be napping.
Oh.
My chauffeur is out in the parking lot as we speak. So
lucky you.
Maybe a little 2-hour nap, 2.5-hour nap.
Okay.
For me.
Well, travel safe.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a time out with these words.
Hi, this is Andrew Mason with Pearson Physical Therapy, where we believe you should always receive the personalized attention you deserve. We use a collaborative approach to work together so we can help you achieve your goals. From post-surgical rehab and sprains and strains to back pain, arthritis, sports injuries, and everything in between. Come talk to us at Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow, 872-5800, or visit our website, pearsonpt.com.
It's time for Sunday Fun Day at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. Bring your best potted chili and compete in the chili cook-off starting at noon. Strategize. There will be prizes for both the very best overall and the hottest chili. Results will be announced at 6. Make sure you're there for the afternoon show. Local favorite BJ Jameson is back to perform. Even if you want to keep your chili recipe a secret and not compete, head to Shotgun Annie's in Callaway to eat and enjoy time with great friends and awesome music this Sunday.
Happy October from your friends at RT Ace Hardware. As the weather continues to cool off, head to Ace Hardware to pick up the RV antifreeze you need. Trust them, you don't want to be too late. And with a price of 2 for $7 on 1-gallon jugs, it's even easier to prevent damage to drains and water lines. It's Fire Prevention Month. Go to Ace Hardware and browse their selection of smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. RT Ace Hardware, your locally owned hardware connection in Broken Bow.
It takes hard work and determination to build a winning team. It also takes hard work to finish the laundry list of projects around your home. Refresh your space by completing that list with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home or your dream home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
8:24 is your time. Last time we checked, it was only 26 degrees outside under that clear sky. Boy, folks, the colors we've been getting this fall have been fantastic. The trees, some of them are losing their leaves. Some of them are just getting to the peak of their colors. Really, really beautiful out there, even though it's terribly dry.
Yeah.
I love it. Don't you love it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
great time of year.
It is a good time of year. All right. I believe this just an update in my brain from me to you, since we're neighbors and good friends and co-hosts and brothers and sons in one. I think we're going to have to look for a couple wild geese. Because I think it would be kind of more romantic if we knew that the two geese that were being united in your backyard at the animal show would be mated for life. Because the domestics, well, society has, worn them down. Next thing you know, they're mating up with 5 or 6 hens. And I don't know if that would be quite as romantic. So, just an update there.
Okay.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the possible animal show at Brent's backyard for the kids across the street at the preschool. Make them smile, make them happy.
I don't know, as we were listening to Catherine talk about wild geese and everything, I was kind of more interested in when she talked about the males fight against one another. Maybe we should spotlight that.
For the kids?
Well, no, I guess not for the kids.
We don't have an adult show and a children's show.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, gosh. Well, we'll dedicate this song to you geese out there. J.J. Kale, I'll make love to you any old time. Clear skies, 26 degrees outside. And Mildred, noted here in the chat box, had to turn the furnace on this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Imagine there's a few furnaces firing up today.
Have you turned yours on yet?
Joan turned it on briefly the other day. And yeah, she did. I don't think it's on now. Maybe it is. 26. Yeah. Also, Sean, good morning from up in the Taylor area. That'd be Sean Simpson. It's a relative of, Happy Jack.
The
Black,
Jack
White
Simpson that works here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning.
We're going to work with Jack today on how to engineer cross-country.
Yes.
Which is always an adventure. You never know exactly what's going to happen there. And Jeremy Shipe will be running around, although he does have a system. I will say this. When Jeremy came back from his first trip down to Kearney to cover cross-country, he was less tired than Tim Donnelly, a Division I quarterback who come back and he was like, and he was running all over the place. When he came back, he was tired.
Yeah.
So I think Jeremy uses his brain and kind of has a system. We'll look forward to the coverage there. You mentioned probably won't hear too much until in the 2 o'clock hour.
Yeah, probably mid-afternoon. Classes C and D, which is where pretty much all of our area kids are going to be competing, they will run later in the day. If I remember correctly, they kind of switch it up from year to year. So classes A and B will run early. They'll be the first races, and then mid to latter part of the afternoon is when classes C and D will be on the course.
All right. And let's back up for a moment and talk about last evening.
Yeah.
It was like, pineapple upside down cake. It was crazy, and it was wonderful because the area teams really shined. I think the only team that you mentioned in your story was Mullen, who didn't win their contest last night in football, right?
Yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah, it was a great night for area teams in the state football playoffs. We had the opportunity to be at Arnold last night. We covered South Loop against Perkins County. A really good game. The teams had met earlier in the season. Perkins County won that game, but the rematch went the way of the Bobcats last night. So congratulations. South Loop is moving on. They'll be in the next round of the playoffs, and I believe they will travel to Summerland, which I think is Ewing in that area, if I'm not mistaken. So congratulations, Bobcats. They're moving on. They'll play next Friday. Staying in Class D1, Sandhills Valley, of course, a member of the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference, Stapleton and McPherson County Co-op. Wow, what a night for them. They go to Pleasanton and knock off the undefeated Bulldogs. The two teams had met to close out the regular season a week prior. Pleasanton won that game, but last night it was Sandhills Valley's night. 42-20, I believe, was the final, so congratulations to them. Sandhills Valley moves on, and they will take on Sandy Creek on November the 1st. So congratulations to them. Going over to Class D2, Twin Loop. Jeremy and I were able to access the radio feed. I think KUVR in Holdridge was doing the game between Twin Loop and Loomis, and we were listening to it on the way home, and we were just thrilled. Man, oh man, was that fun to listen to. Twin Loop, the number 16 seed on the west side of the bracket, they were kind of on the edge of getting into the playoffs. They get in, they go to undefeated Loomis, and they win. 36-34, 38-36. They won by 2. So congratulations, Twin Loop. Moving on. Archangels Catholic, I believe, is who they will play next. I think that would have been like Humphrey St. Francis. Okay. So congratulations, Twin Loop. What a thrilling win. So they win. They move on. Class D2, the Sandhills Thetford machine continues to roll. Congratulations, Knights. They're able to knock off Maxwell in the opening round, and they will host Axtell in the next round on Friday. And Axtell was the team that won over Mullen last night. Okay. So those are kind of the area matchups that you'll be looking at when we get to round 2 of the D1 and D2 football playoffs. Last night you had SEM and Ansley Litchfield wrapping up their regular season in six-man. SEM getting a win over Wallace. They go through the regular season undefeated. Congratulations to them. Ansley Litchfield taking on Stewart. Stewart's really good. In fact, Stewart's only loss was to SEM in a real tight battle. So Ansley Litchfield giving great effort last night, went toe-to-toe. Stewart got the win, though. So Ansley Litchfield will end the regular season at 5-3, and now we'll wait and see how things look when the six-man football playoff bracket will come out over the weekend. So a lot of area teams still in the mix as we move into the round of 16 next week in high school football.
Couple thoughts there. Congratulations to SEM. They're a competitive bunch of kids. Ansley Litchfield, first year in six-man, not too darn bad as their successful season continues. And hats off to Mullen. I always, over the years, marvel at how Mullen is competitive in almost all of their sports almost every year. They always shine. So good effort there. And look forward to seeing what unfolds here. I know people are probably wondering what games that we'll be covering and so forth and so on, but that'll all be determined after conversations and planning and what else happens. We do want you to know, though, we try and have for years to cover as many games as possible. If the contests are staggered a little bit to give us time to get from one point to the next, we'll do it. But many times they're scheduled at the same time, so you have to make a decision. We have two channels and a great sports team, and that allows us more flexibility than a lot of other stations, but we still can't do them all. So we already know we're probably going to not be able to cover everyone. So we hate that, but that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, let's move over to volleyball because we've got volleyball today.
Southwest Conference Volleyball Tournament. Broken Bow will be among the teams competing there. Going to be great volleyball today, and Broken Bow gets to host it. So if you're looking for something to do today, folks, go to Broken Bow High School. They'll have games throughout the day at the high school gym and also at the activities building. Broken Bow will open play at the high school gym today, 11 a.m. They'll take on Gothenburg in the 4-5 matchup. Should be a great match. And the winner, of course, will move out into the championship semifinals. The other will be in the consolation bracket for the rest of the day. And so we'll cover Broken Bow all the way through the tournament today, and those matches can be heard on KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM today. Again, the opening match for Bow is at 11 a.m., so we'll have that for you to get things started, and then we'll follow them throughout the rest of the tournament for you today. All matches on KCNI Radio.
All right. Lots of sports, and then you throw in this weekend a lot of Halloween parties. As we mentioned today in downtown Broken Bow, it's the trunk or treat around the square, and that starts at 3 o'clock. We want to remind you that we do know there'll be volunteers at the intersections and so forth, making sure the kids get to and from the stores safely and the businesses safely, but we'll ask for your cooperation as well. And make sure we're very, very careful down there this afternoon. Lots of fun, lots of costumes. The kids will be all dressed up, and it's just a good time. I think Arnold had something similar to that yesterday.
I think so, yeah.
And so your community probably has something going on this weekend centered around Halloween, because Halloween actually is on Thursday of next week on October 31st. Ansley next week on Halloween, having the Ansley Munchkin Masquerade from 3 until 5 p.m. And in the Rotary there at Ansley's having a Halloween supper starting at 5 o'clock next Thursday, this coming Thursday. And let's see here. Tuesday, there is a beginner sourdough class. The cost is only $10 at the Broken Bow Library. Give them a call there and see if you can get more information about how to learn how to make sourdough. Give them a call, and they'll get you started. Also, the Broken Bow Elks Winter Coat Drive is underway. Excuse me. Now you can drop off good, clean scarves, coats, caps, gloves, socks, snow pants, that sort of thing. You can just drop it off to the Custer County Chief Office going on now through the end of the year. and they do a great job of gathering up good garments to keep people warm, and you can do that and help, and they would appreciate that. Let's see here. Tomorrow, Saturday, is National Pumpkin Day.
Oh.
So time to get out the old jack-o'-lantern if you haven't carved it yet.
Okay.
Now, a lot of folks anymore just like to put them out as decoration in the yard without carving them. So, by the way, there might be a few, we can do this as a live read, there might be a few pumpkins at the Whiskey Barrel.
Oh, yeah?
Stan had a bumper crop this year.
Did he? All right.
And for the past few years, he's been selling pumpkins at very reasonable prices, and the money he raises goes to a charity.
Oh, that's very nice.
So if you walk in and there's a few pumpkins left at the Whiskey Barrel, you can purchase them. The price is very reasonable, and he and some of his friends have some other fundraisers they put along with that, and every year they donate, usually to a children's charity. So you can do that at the Whiskey Barrel, and while you're there, pick up whatever you like to drink, and know that when you're there shopping and you're picking up your adult beverages or your pop or whatever you like, your non-alcoholic bubbly, whatever you want to have on the table, it's priced fairly. They don't have glitzy specials at the Whiskey Barrel. They just have everyday fair prices. They know their competition. They know what's fair, and that's what they pass along to you. 7 days a week, located right across the street from Gateway Motors. Now, I stopped to see Stan, and that's when he told me about the pumpkins the other day.
Yeah.
There was a trail of popcorn.
Oh, boy.
From the Whiskey Barrel across the highway over to Gateway Motors.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody was losing their popcorn. I don't know whether they were losing it from Gateway Motors or from Whiskey Barrel to Gateway Motors.
I see.
This caused a collection of birds.
Oh,
because the
my
birds
goodness.
were munching on the popcorn. I hate to make any accusations who that person might be that's, quickly stuffing that popcorn in as they're walking, but there was a trail right across from one place to the next, north to south, south to north.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it wasn't Stan because he doesn't hardly ever leave when he's there.
Yeah.
But there is a guy across the road who sometimes wanders.
Likes his popcorn up.
Well, he likes to sneak off and have popcorn.
I see.
He has a popcorn problem.
Uh-oh.
I think it's time for an intervention. When
Oh,
you're
boy.
Out there dropping your kernels along the way, that means it's time for an intervention.
Hey, if I could, I'd like to go back to the winter coat drive that the Elks is doing. The Loys were in yesterday, and on behalf of the Elks, and we visited with them about the giveaway. And we're going to play that interview back for you next week on Public Affairs, which will air next Tuesday. And so tune in and you'll hear all the details regarding the giveaway. But as you said, the collection site is Custer County Chief. They are working with the Elks and kind of being the drop-off site for this particular project. But when they collect the coats, they then take them to Community Connection. And they'll be upstairs of Community Connection, and that's where people can go to check out the inventory and get a coat if they need them. So just want to stress that that's where you get the coats at. Custer County Chief is the drop-off point for the collection, but then the coats are distributed from Community Connection, I believe, in the upstairs part of the building, and it's just simply when Community Connection is open as to when you can go in. So, and they do emphasize this is winter clothing. It doesn't have to be just coats. I know people have donated socks, donated gloves, scarves, snow pants, insulated coveralls. And they also said this isn't just for kids. They've had a lot of donations for adult coats and clothing. So, stay warm.
Stay warm.
And so here's a great opportunity to take advantage of some wonderful donations that have been made. And they take monetary donations, too. And they use that money to go buy brand new clothing. So, get involved, and they appreciate your donations.
Thank you, Brent, for the more details on that. Also, I wanted to make a correction. Mildred dropped a line and said, "Have you turned your furnace on?"
Oh, I see.
I'm not. Yeah. I don't want to misstate. Maybe Mildred hasn't turned hers on yet. She was just wondering if we had.
My answer is no.
No? Well,
we
good
have
for
not
you.
yet.
Good for
Nope.
you. I don't think ours was on very
Although the
long.
wood floor is starting to get a little cold when
Yeah.
you get up in the morning.
Yeah, that's when you kind of sometimes miss that carpet.
Yeah.
But, all right. By the way, I didn't want to get in too much trouble on the person who has the popcorn problem.
Oh, yeah?
But just so you know, his initials are TM.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that
If you want to
would
help
be.
him out, if you want to intervene, TM. Just go to Gateway and ask for TM,
I
the
see.
man with the popcorn problem. And, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to dedicate this next song to Power Solutions.
Oh, good. All right.
They have, what a wonderful shop out there. We did a remote out there this summer. That place is hopping and popping. I mean, they got a wonderful shop. They got big vehicles, small vehicles. If it's got a diesel motor, it's going in and out and getting fixed. And they have a passion for diesel engines. And they have, of course, also haying equipment there. Fantastic lineup of haying equipment and that sort of thing. But they are right now looking for someone to join their team.
Oh, good.
So they're offering a competitive salary based on experience, paid time off, employee discounts on parts and services, a Monday through Friday schedule, no weekends, and a fun and dynamic work environment. It is a slick shop. They do it right there. If you love diesel engines and you know how to work on them, or you want to also know more or already know more about Vermeer Ag, which is the haying equipment, and have a talent for helping customers, they'd love to hear from you. Send your resume to office.powersolution@gmail.com or just give them a call at 308-872-5522. And you'll also find this listing, this job opening, on the Sand Hills Express employment listing. So we dedicate this song to Power Solutions on this Friday.
Dave and Brent.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We guarantee you the very best exposure in marketing your property, averaging over 40,000 visitors per month to our website. This market is hot, but if you want a premium for your farm, ranch, or recreational land, you need your property to be able to be found by investors and buyers. If you are thinking about selling, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
The World Wide Web is more than 40 years old. In those 40 years, it has grown while the devices we access it on have shrunk to fit in our pocket. At Nebraska State Bank, we know that brings both opportunity and challenges to our customers. That's why we're here to help. Check out our convenient online and mobile banking options at nesb.bank or visit one of our locations in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna for help getting started. Easy to use and, most importantly, a secure way to manage your money. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow is hosting several flu shot clinics in the upcoming weeks. No appointment is necessary. Bring your insurance card if you have one. Clinics are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on each day. Visit Barney Pharmacy for the flu shot clinic today. If you can't make it, next Tuesday the 29th is the next scheduled clinic. Flu shot clinics at Barney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow, helping to keep everyone healthy.
At Echo Financial in Arnold, they believe that sometimes all you need is someone to help show you the way. It is certainly true with finances and insurance. Whether you're starting in your career or are preparing for the retirement of your dreams, Echo is there to listen, understand, and help guide your financial journey. She invites your questions and offers complimentary consultations for your retirement and legacy planning. Echo Financial offers asset management and financial planning with a heartbeat. Visit echofinancialllc.com or call 308-848-2244 to book your appointment today. Advisory services are offered through Echo Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Nebraska. Insurance products and services are offered through Echo Financial and Echo Pelster Insurance LLC affiliated companies.
8:52. This just into the chat box here this morning, the Breakfast Show chat box from Thomas McCaslin.
Oh, that's interesting. His initials would be TM.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Says, good morning, guys. Don't forget to bring treats when you come in for the intervention.
Let me guess, popcorn.
Probably wants caramel popcorn or something special.
Yeah.
Today, there's a blood drive in Ansley at the Ansley Auditorium from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Call to make an appointment at 308-935-1001. 308-935-1001. Blood drive in Ansley today.
Do you know a school-age kiddo that has a passion for theater? Well, the Custer County Children's Theater will be hosting auditions for this year's Hercules play. Auditions will be Monday, October 28th, so coming up, starting at 4, and the tryouts and auditions will be held at the Old Berean Church at 624 South H Street in Broken Bow. Practices will start Monday, October 28th, following auditions, and practices will continue through Wednesday from 4 to 8:30, and then on Friday, 4 to 8:30. The performance will be presented on Saturday, November 2nd with 2 shows, one at 1 and one at 3:30. That's on November 2nd when they'll present the play, and that too will be at the Old Berean Church at 624 South H Street in Broken Bow. So if the kids would like to get involved in theater, make sure you bring them to auditions and tryouts for this year's play, which will be Hercules, and the auditions will be on Monday, October 28th, starting at 4 o'clock.
And that comes to you from Brent Apperson, who is a thespian.
Oh, well, thank you.
Start of the World Series tonight.
Game 1.
Also,
big shout out to Kirk Crowley, by the way. Kirk, of course, has been working with us at KCNI KBBN Radio for several years now, helping us with our high school football coverage. Of course, he's tremendous at helping us with our play-by-play wrestling coverage. But Kirk is a huge, and I mean big, he's like a fanatic a fan of the LA Dodgers. And so here they are, Game 1 of the World Series. Not just the World Series, but they're playing the Yankees. Okay, we know the history between the Dodgers and the Yankees, so this is big. Mr. Crawley is still planning to be at the football game with us tonight to broadcast Broken Bow and Gothenburg in the regular season finale. Now, I can't help but think back. I wasn't working here full-time in 2016, but I was helping out occasionally, and I got a phone call back in 2016 to ask if I would be willing to cover a playoff game, I believe it was, to help you out. But it was Game 7 of the World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cleveland Indians, and I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, guys, I can't. I've got to watch the game.
He didn't do it.
But Mr. Crawley is not that way. Mr. Crawley is putting our sports coverage ahead of the Dodgers and the World Series. He's a better man than I.
I'm going to argue that. I don't think that's the case.
Oh?
And I like Mr. Crawley as much as anybody does, but I think he can't really. If he was home watching the game, he'd have his hands over his face tonight because here's your pitcher matchup.
Oh.
L.A. will start Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
Pitching for the Dodgers. Also, it was a very good movie. And reigning American League Cy Young winner Garrett Cole will be on the mound for the Yanks. I just don't think Mr. Crawley can stand it. I think he'd probably, go into a conniption fit. So he'd rather do the game.
Yeah. Maybe less stressful.
You can ask him.
Okay. Well, that'll be our pregame visit.
Okay. Happy birthday to Tammy Flynn. This just came into our breakfast show chat box. Casey Flynn sends out a happy birthday to Tammy Flynn today on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Happy birthday, Tammy. Also, this just in, on a good old-fashioned piece of paper, the driver's license office will be closed today due to illness.
Okay.
So normally they'd be open on a Friday, but due to illness, and there's a lot of that going around, they will not be open today, but the driver's license near the courthouse will reopen on Monday. If everybody's feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Also, should back up just for a moment here. I was going to mention to you the other day, and I don't have the information in front of me. You probably already know this, but you asked the question if LeBron on the first night was going to play with his son.
Yes.
And he did.
He did, and I actually watched it live.
Oh, you did?
I got home from my game and turned on the Lakers game, really, to be honest, just to kind of see that, and saw the two of them come out and share the court together. I thought it was really cool. I mean, it's the first time it's ever happened in the NBA, and in any professional sport, it doesn't happen very often.
No.
I think Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. shared the field and were in the lineup in a baseball game for Seattle, right?
And they were at the basketball game.
Oh, they were?
Yes,
yeah,
they
that's
were
neat.
Part of the audience for that, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is 8:57. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Kamala Harris follows up on last night's star-studded rally with Bruce Springsteen and former President Obama.
Make no mistake, we will win.
With an appearance with Beyonce in Houston. Texans are weighing in ahead of former President Trump's visit to Austin today to talk about border security and tape a Joe Rogan podcast.
Getting exposure to that audience might help him a little bit on the margins.
People are persuaded that way.
Probably a better idea than running around with Beyonce.
President Biden will be in Arizona to apologize to Native Americans for children forced to attend government-run schools from the 1800s to the late 1960s. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The president will issue an apology to Indian nations for abuses suffered by Native children who were forced to attend federal Indian boarding schools. The Washington Post issued a detailed report on abuses suffered by Native children at those schools.
Thousands were neglected and abused. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. While leaning over the fence, your neighbor said you could save money bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news. Your neighbor leaned over a little too much and broke your fence. Dumb news. Somehow fence wood is more expensive than wood. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and to plant really tall shrubs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
So this new dose is... nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Welcome to Dallas, Klay Thompson.
Doncic left off of Lively, keeps the dribble at the left elbow, back out, Klay puts it on the floor for a 10 a.m. three. You cannot give him 15 feet of space. That's embarrassing. 15, he had 20.
You heard it all on the Eagle Mavericks Radio Network. They beat the Spurs 120-109. Klay Thompson ended with 22 points, including 6 threes, while Luka Doncic had 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. The Celtics outscored the Wizards 122-102. Jason Tatum with a double-double, 25 points and 11 rebounds. The Thunder defeated the Nuggets 102-87. Chet Holmgren, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks in the win. And the Timberwolves edged the Kings 117-115. Anthony Edwards, 32 points and 7 rebounds for the Timberwolves. And in the NFL, the Rams handed the Vikings their second loss of the season, coming out on top 30-20.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Highs level off around 61. Today, under clear skies, winds out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear. Tonight, lows around 29. Partly cloudy. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 63. Highs level off around 72. Sunday, under mainly clear skies. 76 Monday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
We've made it up to 30 under a sunny sky. Winds are still light, so a beautiful fall morning out there. An overnight low of 27, but we did drop to 26 in the 8 o'clock hour, warming up now to 30 degrees. Exciting news from Carmen and the Tumbleweed Cafe. Tumbleweed's Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill is officially open. Head to the west side of the Tumbleweed 7 days a week from 5 until 10, and later on Broken Bow game nights. Nightly specials feature delicious sports bar food and drinks await. The Tumbleweed Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill now open. And the harvest is in full swing, if not winding down a little bit. But if you need a little help with lunch, call in. They'll have them hot and ready for you to drive through and pick up. They offer express meals through the drive-through from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. And if you get late nights, get home late at night and don't have time to prep for the week, stop by and pick up a variety of those casseroles. They can really save you when you're all tuckered out and beat and you don't know what to fix. And they are delicious. Now, each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m., you'll find delicious breakfast items. They are delicious. The burritos, the burrito sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, gravy, and more. Stop by to their Wake and Bake Nook for a nice selection of those casseroles to take home and pop into the oven on these chilly evenings. Open 6 p.m. till 4 p.m. daily for the dine-in. I should say 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for the dine-in. And they serve daily specials Monday through Friday for lunch. And don't forget about that Sunday buffet as well. Now, they're ready for you anytime at the Tumbleweed, but they have the drive-through, they have the breakfast. Now they have the exciting news, the Tumbleweed's Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
We encourage you to check out sandhillsexpress.com. Make sure you go to the employment page because there are a handful of job opportunities being posted right now. Among them, the Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They do provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. Now, to apply, you must go online because an online state application must be completed. So go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
We'll be right back.
Just like technology and all of this talk about AI, the world of construction and home design is always evolving too. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, they are committed to having the very latest in materials as well as the tools you need to tackle the job. Wanting to get in on the barn-dominium craze? Well, Ansley Lumber and Supply has everything from the plans and framing to the windows, insulation, and shingle material you need. If your project is a little smaller than building a new home, they have what you need for those too. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them on Main Street in Ansley.
The fall dining room table and chairs sale is on right now at Bow Family Furniture, Broken Bow. The holidays and all that company are just around the corner. So instead of asking where are we going to put everyone, come in and shop today for the best selection of dining room options. From a small drop leaf table to a 132-inch extension table, there's a large inventory of in stock and all of it priced just right. The fall dining room sale right now at Bow Family Furniture, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Quality furniture at family prices.
Thank you very much, Kent. Kent was in recording here yesterday. It was so nice to sit and visit, kind of catch up. And they're excited about all the things that are happening at the stores, including, let's see, what day is that next week? There's a grand opening on Wednesday at Designs of Distinction. She's now located in the Bow Flooring building across the street from where she was located before. And that is at noon. So hopefully we'll have a nice turnout for that. Tricia's a wonderful person, very talented, now in a little bit more open space. And Kent said it's fit nicely, and we'll have that grand reopening of Designs of Distinction Wednesday, October 30th at noon.
Here's another job opportunity that you'll find on sandhillsexpress.com on the employment page. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual who enjoys helping people, knows community resources, and wants to help people attain goals in the Loop City area. That's where you would be located. Good, solid starting wage with an excellent benefit package. Now, you must have education and or experience, the desire to help people attain goals, computer skills, and knowledge of available resources, as well as excellent communication skills. You would be helping people to secure permanent housing, budget money, set goals, and overcome crisis situations and find the right resources. If you're interested, contact CNCAP Human Resource Department at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. The position will remain open until filled.
Monday and Tuesday we'll be featuring political interviews, a very hot race for Senate. Candidates Dan Osborne and Deb Fisher have been out there on the streets and roadways of Nebraska. They've also been advertising a lot, and we have the opportunity to offer them 10 minutes that we do other candidates as well. And Jeremy Shipe did these interviews. So on Monday, October 28th, candidate for Senate Dan Osborne will be visiting with Jeremy right around 2:30 on KCNI Radio. And then on Tuesday, October 29th, the incumbent, Deb Fisher, will be visiting with Jeremy. So check those out Monday and Tuesday right around the 2:30 mark on KCNI 1280 AM, 96.3 FM, online at KCNI1280.com. This particular song I've had queued up for a while. It's the Bee Gees.
Oh, right.
Now,
Staying Alive?
Wait a minute. It's the early Bee Gees. When they were
What do you
good.
mean early?
When
early
they were good.
Before disco?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't know if I would agree. I'll have to hear the song first, because I thought they were awfully good in the 70s with the disco craze.
Oh, they made it big with disco.
Man. Awesome songs.
It actually was a good and bad thing for them. Please help me, people. Please help me.
Sorry.
There's a documentary on the Bee Gees, and it's kind of one of those good thing, bad thing scenarios.
Oh.
When they kind of fell into disco, their careers rocketed for a period of time, and then there was the anti-disco movement, and they were kind of washed off the radio and suffered some difficult times. In the early years, they were thought of as a British invasion band, if you will. But this particular song, I can't help when I hear it think of Bob Bowles.
Oh.
Because he can do the jittery, fluffery, well, let me play it for you.
Okay.
It's the Bee Gees and their hit early called I Started a Joke. You had to double check with Christy on an item that we needed to read here this morning on the
I
Breakfast
did.
Show.
Yes, and I have the information.
And you survived.
I did, yes. Here is the information we want to share with you. CarQuest in Broken Bow is looking for an employee to help at the counter. Computer skills and knowledge in the auto industry is certainly necessary. You must have a valid Nebraska driver's license. So if you're interested, stop in and talk to Lewis. CarQuest, West Highway 2 in Broken Bow. And, of course, this is posted for you as well on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. But, again, CarQuest in Broken Bow looking for an employee to help at the counter. Computer skills and knowledge in the auto industry necessary, and you must have a valid Nebraska driver's license.
It is 9:17. We told you earlier that you can take the kids down to the city square and off of the city square as well. They'll have, candy in businesses, and then there'll be the displays around the square, which we're taking part in. And we're kind of featuring the 1949 theme, the 75th anniversary of KCNI, as before long we won't be able to celebrate that anymore.
Yeah.
We'll be working on 76. So the girls, and I would say Christy and Tina, are dressing up in that time period in the late 40s. And we were going to put this car in the Custer County Fair Parade, but we were short-handed. So we're going to see if I can get it started this morning and bring it down to the square. It's a 1949 Chevy, two-door.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm going to see if I can get her running and buzz it down there and put it in the parking spot for the girls, and they'll be dressed up 1949 style and have a 49 Chevy there.
What are we giving away for candy?
Oh, it's expensive stuff.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, when I got the bill, I fell off my office chair.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It hurt just a little bit, but it must be really good. The kids must really like it.
Awesome.
So it'll be worth it. It's kind of like at your place.
Oh.
With the animal show. It's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience for you, having ducks and geese and chickens and other animals on the west side of your house. But just when you see those kids smile that are going to the preschool and they come out and they see, a goose that's mated forever, the two geese that are mated forever, they'll just feel warm and fuzzy and kind of like down on a goose.
Pizza Hut, Broken Bow, Nebraska, ready to take care of you this weekend. You mentioned a lot of things going on. You take the kids out for trunk or treat, right? Around the square. Who wants to go home and cook after that? No way. Go pick up a pizza. They're ready for you. Pizza Hut, Broken Bow. Daytime delivery Friday and Saturday from 11 to 2. All week long delivery 5 to close. Make sure you sign up for Pizza Hut Rewards if you haven't done that already for extra deals and savings. They're always looking for people to join their team, so stop in and pick up an application or apply online. Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, East Highway 2, and this is written on the sheet. It says, mention you heard this ad on the radio.
Do it.
Specifically, KCNI KBBN Radio, and it says right here, save 30%.
What?
What? So 30. Tell them you heard this ad on the radio. Pizza Hut, Broken Bow.
I started in you. No, I'm not. I can't do it like Bob. Driver's license office is closed today due to illness. We wanted to let you know if you're just tuning in. The driver's license office will be closed today due to illness and will reopen on Monday. Just got mine renewed.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to go in for the first time.
Did they take your picture?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was awful.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you can do it so many times online if you don't have a speeding ticket or a infraction.
I see.
And I was good to go.
Really?
But after so long, they think you're probably going to change a little bit.
And need to update the photo probably.
And I did.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I was pretty homely in the first picture. Now I'm doubly homely in this one. Whoa, that was bad. Redbone, come get your love on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And that's what one goose said to another.
Oh, my.
All right, Brent.
Yes.
Got time for one more song.
Cool.
Going to do that after these messages.
Are you looking for a great career? BD in Broken Bow is hiring, and they would love to have you join their team. They offer competitive wages, a team environment, and day one benefits. Some benefits include health, life, dental, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply online at bd.com/careers. You can also attend open interviews every Wednesday from 3 to 4 in Broken Bow. Again, that's bd.com/careers, or stop in on Wednesday between 3 and 4.
The Tumbleweed Cafe is not the Tumbleweed Cafe of 10 years ago. If you haven't already, swing through the drive-thru with ready-to-go meals or call ahead. Of course, daily specials and a Sunday buffet as well. They're excited to announce that Tumbleweed's Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill is officially open. Head to the west side of the Tumbleweed 7 days a week from 5 to 10 p.m. and later on Broken Bow game nights. Nightly specials, delicious sports bar food, and drinks await. The Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill in Broken Bow.
Off-Broadway is exceptional assisted and independent living in Broken Bow. They'd love to have you in for a tour soon. Ask about the $99 move-in special as well as the $500 referral promotion too. Learn more at offbroadwayapartments.com or, of course, go and visit Off-Broadway in Broken Bow.
The real difference between Deb Fisher and independent Dan Osborne. Fisher's bought and paid for by special interests and corporations. Osborne's not.
Deb Fisher's had 12 years to do something about the border. She voted against the border bill that was drafted by Republicans because she takes money from big ag.
Securing the border. It takes a working man to get the job done. That's Dan Osborne.
Retired career politicians PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Since its debut in the early 1990s, the pink ribbon has become the international symbol of breast cancer awareness, designed as a way to show solidarity with women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer and to promote awareness of the disease, especially the importance of early detection. Think pink and support the fight against breast cancer.
Brought to you by your friends at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Visit them each week for great weekly specials you can find on gkbrokenbow.com.